Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and watchOS 10.2 RC or release candidate is out to developers and public beta testers. watchOS 10.2 RC released alongside many other updates such as iOS 17.2 RC, iPadOS 17.2 RC, macOS 14.2 RC, and many other updates even for older devices. Now this update includes new features, bug changes, and updates, and as you can see, it installed at 218 megabytes on my Apple Watch Ultra 2. So it's not a huge update, but does bring some improvements. Let's take a look at the build number and talk about what's new. So on our Apple Watch, we'll go to our settings, then we'll go down to general, then about. As you can see, the build number is 21S364. This should be the final build released to the public. It's just available for beta testers and developers a little bit early like they normally do. We could have a different build number such as watchOS 10.2 RC2 if there's additional issues, but that's pretty rare with watchOS and is more typical of iOS. Now, if you are a beta tester or a developer, you can just disable your beta testing updates here in your settings, and then you'll be able to get the final version if it does change. If not, you just had it a bit early. Now, as far as new features, well, the first thing has to do with actually accessing and logging health data. This is something that Siri now has access to. So if you activate Siri, how many steps have I taken today? And you'll see your steps for today. What's my average walking heart rate? You'll see 107. How many calories have I burned? You can also log information telling it your blood sugar and many other things. My blood sugar is 95. And now it logs it in the Health app. Record my blood pressure as 120/80. And you'll see it logged that as well. You can record many different things, and as you can see, it logged it into my health data here with my blood sugar, blood glucose at 95. Now this isn't accurate, I'll need to delete this, but this was just used for an example. So lots of nice updates with that. You can disable this if you want to, but it is securely transmitted over your devices and not shared with Apple. Now if you have a HomePod playing music nearby, there's an update for that. Now, if I have music playing on a HomePod nearby, a new feature shows now playing on your Apple Watch if it's within proximity of a HomePod 2nd generation or HomePod Mini. Now, you need to be playing music from Apple Music or podcasts, and it has to be on an Apple Watch Series 6 and later or Apple Watch Ultra, but it will show up here when it's being played. So if I pause there, we can go back to normal, and it shows the now playing from HomePods. When Apple introduced watchOS 10, we could no longer just simply swipe through our watch faces. We had to press and hold and then switch between our watch faces. With watchOS 10.2, you can now enable a simple swipe if you want to switch between the watch faces. If you want to enable this, go into your settings, and it's not in the most intuitive place, but if we scroll down and we go to clock, under clock, you'll see swipe to switch watch face. This should probably be just in display or something else, maybe in a better menu, but you can turn this on if you want to, and then simply swipe between those watch faces. Something else they've actually brought here is with this update, we can now confirm whether or not we want to end a workout. That again is in your settings. Scroll all the way down to workout. Under workout, scroll down just a little ways here. Keep going, and you'll see here end workout reminder and then end workout confirmation. This is a new setting that we can enable if we want it to confirm when we tap end workout if we did it by mistake. So that's nice that they've brought that with 10.2. Something else they've added with watchOS 10.2 and iOS 17.2 is if we go into the fitness app and maybe we do a fitness plus workout. So if we scroll down and just select one, under the workout, if we go to the bottom right to our menu, we have the option for audio focus, and then we can focus either on the trainer or the music. So we can select that now with this update, which is really nice. Something else they've brought with this update is contact key verification if you're using iMessage. That allows you to securely know who you're talking to, whether or not they are who they say they are. You can enable this in the messaging app or go into settings, tap your name at the top. Under Apple ID, if you scroll to the bottom, you have contact key verification. If you enable this, all of your devices need to be updated with this. It allows you to manually verify who you are messaging with by comparing contact verification codes in person or over the phone. Tap continue, then you'll have to update your devices, and it will enable it on everything. That way it will be more secure. So if you want to do that, that's available. Also, one minor change is if you're using name drop, the animation is changed a little bit where it's more in the center here. Let me show you that one more time. It just seems to be more in the center and stays a little bit longer. So that's just a slight animation change there where they've maybe changed some of the timing to it. In this update, they've resolved an issue as well. If we go over to our watch app, and then maybe we want to add a watch face, so we go to our face gallery, we'll go and add palette here. We'll select this one and then just tap add. There was an issue sometimes where it wouldn't show up on your Apple Watch. This apparently has been resolved. So now it works properly as you would expect. And you can just go through your different watch faces here, swipe like you would want to, and you'll see the Snoopy one wasn't there initially, and now it's there. So this update actually fixed it where it's actually brought that back. Now, as far as anything else, those are the new features in this update. And I find any other small changes and features, I'll be sure to mention those in the What's New video when it releases to the public. We'll talk about that in a moment, and I'll go over my watch face in just a moment toward the end of the video. As far as overall performance, while you've seen it during this video, everything seems to be nice and fast. It's recognizing things such as handoff and name drop. Things work as expected. Going into the weather here, you'll see it's nice and fast and looks pretty good. Maybe has a slight redesign there as well with the colors. But in general, everything seems to be working as you would expect. So pretty much everything is super fast on this watch anyway. And as far as the overall battery life, well, let's take a look, as I haven't seen my battery health in a while on this, but I would expect it to be pretty good in general. If we go into settings, we'll go back here, go all the way up to battery, and within battery, give it a moment to load, go to battery health, and you'll see I'm at 100%. There's no way to check the cycles that I'm aware of on the Apple Watch. Maybe they'll have that in the future. But as far as it lasting, it lasts me a couple days at this point. Some people said a day and a half was not that long, and actually using this for sleep, it seems to work really well and only use maybe a couple percent when I'm sleeping, maybe 6 to 8 hours. So it's really doing pretty well as far as battery. It's been off the charger all day here, and also you can see I'm down to 64%. Now that's after installing the update as well. So in general, it seems to be doing well. We'll give it a couple days. I'll know on the weekend by the time this releases to the public. As far as when to expect the public version, well, most likely it will be next Monday or Tuesday. Based on what we had last year, it was on the 13th. But usually they release these on a Monday or Tuesday, so we can expect it sometime around the 11th or 12th. Then we'll move on to watchOS 10.3, which we're not really sure what they're going to add at this point, but maybe they have some new features or changes planned for that as well. Let me know what you would like to see in watchOS 10.3, maybe some new features we haven't seen so far. As far as the band I'm using, this is the Nomad Sports Band, the Strike Watch Band, so I'll link that in the description. And as far as the watch face I'm using, well, this is actually, let's press and hold here, the modular watch face, and I have the app Lumi in the middle for the complication. So if I swipe over here, you'll see the complication and its countdown to golden hour, telling me when sunset is, a great time to take photos, and you can see what that looks like there. So the other complications obviously are just things such as music, the compass, and then weather, iMessage or messages in the upper left, with the calendar at the top. So nothing really complicated. That's what I use most of the time. And then the other watch face, of course, this is very nice, but it's a little bit busy, but I don't use it all the time. But sometimes I swipe between both of them, and I'm really glad that the swipe back and forth is back. Let me know if you've found anything else in this update so far with watchOS 10.2, and I'll link this wallpaper in the description like I normally do. If you haven't subscribed already, though, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.